grab a shovel and the wallaby's in the garden now. What are you doing? Hop out, quick. She's teaching her baby to eat my plants, great. Come on, hop out. Come on. Come on. They're not as destructive as deer, but it would be like having, I'm trying to think what animal in the US it would be similar to be literally on the inside gate of your garden. I thought what I might try and do now that the flowers are coming on is do some kind of floral project each video. So today's is a wreath because I've been doing the arrangements for the pollinate up at Beechworth. I don't know if that video has come out yet or not, but if it hasn't, I'm doing an installation up at a honey shop in Beechworth. And I've got a lot of dried flowers. If you remember, this studio had them hanging from the ceiling everywhere and I didn't want them there anymore. I want to get rid of them. So I'm going to make a wreath. What I've got is a wreath form and I made this with, I think this was wisteria vine. I've cut about 20 lengths of string because I'll make up the little bundles first and I want to keep it compostable. So if I use string, I can compost it. My gloves, secateurs, and then these are all the different flowers. So we're going to try and get as much into it as we can. Hi everyone. I wanted to pop in really quickly. I want to say a huge thank you to all the new Patreons. You can join Patreon, like you can join, well I don't know other people, but you can join mine as a free member. I don't do many free posts, but my paid membership, I think US it's $3.50. I can't quite work out what that equates to in Australian dollars. Like it seems that some of you are paying $6 some are paying $5, and I can't work out what that is. If it's been an extra pledge, thank you so much. You don't have to do that, but it's amazing. But what I'm trying to say is it's pretty cheap. I've made it cheap so that if you want to follow along, you can. And it's more of a journal. It's sort of things that I don't otherwise want to mention here on YouTube. I'll put that in Patreon. So thank you. I've got some thank yous for Buy Me a Coffee. I'm just going to go through the list because I don't want to miss anybody. So I want to thank the Flower Garden Gembrook. Thank you so much. Tina at Confetti Flower Farm. Thank you. You have supported a few times. I have purchased the poles for the trellis. It's in an upcoming video. Thank you for your help in getting those. You'll see there was an issue. You'll see in that video coming up, but it's going to work out fine. Slavica, that is so kind of you. You are kind of popping up everywhere as a huge support. I really appreciate it. And you're a good cheerleader too. Thank you. And then Pauline from Flower Gardening in Melbourne. I did look at your Instagram and I followed. I love your colour palette. That's so pretty. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And of course, don't forget, I've got my 2025 calendar. It's up on the website. There's two options for purchasing. So there's one that ships from the US and one that ships from Australia. So you just want to pick the one that's going to work out as the cheapest postage for wherever you are. If you're in other countries, you can just sort of play around and figure out which one's best. Also got the bee t-shirts. So the bee t-shirts coincide with Pollinator Week. The cat is very... Come here. Oh, here she is. You want to say hi? And then I've got the husband pie t-shirts. Thank you to everybody who's been purchasing. It's so validating to think that people actually want the things I created. So that's really fun. Thank you so much. This week I've become very sidetracked. I didn't actually get a lot done on the flower and veggie farm, but what I wanted to show you was this very cute little town called Myrtleford. It's about 30 minutes from where we live, in the opposite direction to the town we normally visit, and it is just one of the cutest little towns. I love it so much, and it's filled with little treasures and little stores, and I went on a little bit of a shopping spree, which I don't normally do, but I'll give you a show and tell when I'm done. Little spend up and I found some cute things. I'm gonna go dump it all in the car, then I'll go to Coles and then I'll do a show and tell. Our favourite restaurant over there. So many cool things, and I don't normally do this. Like, I'm not much of a shopper. I'm gonna go pull over somewhere away from the middle of town and I'll do a quick show and tell. Okay, I'm back in the car. I'm out the front of some random person's house. I'm gonna do this really fast. But so I went into the chemist and what was I doing there? Marley needed some vitamins, but when I was in there I found, like, I was kind of, I like leather goods, you know, like things made from leather, and I was looking at all the little bags and things and I found this cute little purse, and it was kind of pricey, Oh, and I couldn't really think of a reason why I liked it, but it's got the little things inside it. So I bought it. How much was it? $40. So what I've done is I'm going to put that under the tree for me for Christmas. And then I got a couple of little like things for the girls. And then I wandered, into Red Ramia, and it is gorgeous. It's been here for years. Like ever since I've lived in this area, it's been there. It's this beautiful kind of very rustic, imported things from around the world. Like gorgeous ceramics. Like I was so tempted. I wanted to just go and buy them all. There was this really nice yellow one. I don't know if I got it on video. I'll probably keep thinking about that and then have to go back and get it. And it wasn't expensive. It was like $6. But unless I'm 100% feel like I can't leave a store without something, I just won't buy it. And that was that little purse. So I didn't get anything in Red Ramia, but they've got a beautiful cafe there too, and it comes highly recommended. So if you're in Myrtleford, that's a place that you could go. And then I wandered over to the op shop because by this time I'd fluffed around for so long that they were open, and I found a couple of cute little things like this cute bag. It's just a little bit unusual. It's got the wrong strap, so it's not the original strap. And the reason I know this is because it's got a different coloured hardware on the strap, and it's also a different grain leather. So I will have to try to find another strap. And I found this weird little purse thing. Oh, like I think it's a coin purse. Like I think you put the coins and they go in there, and then you can tip them out. Let's have a go. Let's see if that works. Let's put some coins in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So your coins are all sitting in there. You open it up, and then you can kind of slide them out and see what your coins are. And then you slide them back in and put it away. Oh, I don't know why I need this, and I'm sure it's a thing for men to put in their, I was going to say handbags, to put in their pockets so their coins don't float around. But again, I just told you I'm interested in leather goods, especially like little cute things, so I couldn't say no, could I? Plus it was $1. Oh yeah, the handbag was $4. I think that's a score. I don't think it's any particular nice brand, like amazing brand. It's Ada G, but it's so cute. And Shani is handbag crazy. I feel like she's gonna want that. Then I went up to the other op shop because there's two very close to each other. Everything in the main street's walking distance. And I walked in and they had these 2 packs of like quilting fabric. You don't know me from the previous life, right? I'm a little bit like I was dressmaking by the time I made my first dress about age 6, and I was making dresses for other people, like for their formal things and stuff I was still in high school doing these jobs for people, and deb dresses and wedding dresses and stuff when I was going through uni. I've loved sewing and I really like quilting, but I bought these for my mum. She's actually actively quilting. I'm not doing it. That's my plan for down the track when I get my life in order. But I feel like she'll love these. $3. $3 for each bag and all that fabric and all those little scraps. It's perfect. And then I went over to the newsagents. Oh, not the newsagents, the post office, because the post office in Myrtleford has the cutest little gifts. And they're not that expensive. It's all very like, it looks like it should be more expensive than it is. Like there was a beautiful lamp in there. I don't think I got it on video. And I was very tempted to get it, but it had a brass base on it, and I'm not, well, it probably wouldn't have, I should just go back and get it. It was very pretty. I also feel like I need to go home and get work done. But anyway, this is what I got in the post office. Like you don't imagine to find these in a post office, do you? Well, in Australia you do, because Australian post offices have all sorts of random stuff. Like this little jug and this little, like isn't that so cute? I really want to keep this for myself because I love these kinds of things, but I've actually got it in mind for somebody, so I might have to just, that's how I justified buying it in the end. And then of course I went to Coles. I just got some bananas and blueberries. So I've had such a nice morning. Oh, should I get that lamp? I feel like I've spent enough money. If I hadn't have bought the little green purse, I could have had the lamp. Because the lamp, I think, was about $50. It was so cute though. It was like, from the top view, it was like a flower shape, like a scalloped flower shape. And it was narrow and tall on a brass base. The only thing that put me off was the brass base. I was thinking, oh, like most of the stuff everything in the house is chrome or silver. But then in hindsight, why can't we mix metals? So then since I've thought of that, I'm like, oh, I really love that lamp. I think I'll just have to drive home. We'll have to just forget about that. Don't you think this is just one of the most unusual houses? Look at it, it's so cute. I'm back. I need to be doing some gardening today. It's my only child-free day all week. I do have some more show and tell. I've picked up a parcel. I'll show you that. And then I'm going to go out and explain this new garden plan to you. Let's have a look what's in here. Husband pie. Mm-hmm. These are your things for your car. Let's see. How do they look? Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's big. I hope it fits on your door. I did measure it. Look at that.
Wow, it's pretty big.
That is pretty big. That looks pretty good. Are you excited?
Yeah.
So this weekend you'll have to go wash your car and I'll stick them on.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a professional.
Well, okay. Do you need a decal to be a true professional?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe I might order one for my car so I can be a professional too.
Okay.
I need to water the hothouse. Spring is such, like early spring, we're now in mid-spring, but it's such a high needs time of the year. There's just so many things. And it's also, I have to make sure that gets cool. It's also a time of year I feel like where reality kicks in and you realise all the dreams you had, you can't do them all. And then you've got to wait until the next year. So it kind of, for us, it gets to the point where we're like, okay, so this is what we've got done and this is as far as we're going to go, and now it's sort of just all hands on deck and we get through the season and enjoy it as is. Come to visit. Hi, Puska. Hello. Wow, time has passed. It is a different day. In fact, it's a different week. I did not get out here to talk you through this garden plan. So that's what I was sitting on the table and I was drawing up. I'm drawing up the plan for this garden. I have explained it a little bit in past videos, but I wanted to go through it in a little bit more depth. But considering I spent the entire video procrastinating gardening, what I'm going to do now is just talk you through an idea, and I'd love to hear what you think about it. And then we'll go through the plan, like the structural plan for this garden, in a later video. So subscribe if you want to be here for that. But let me show you this idea. Way up the back is the pad where we were going to have the hothouses. Just see if I can, how well we can see that. So I'm walking through plot 1 now, going through plot 2, sorry, at the moment. And this is plot 3 up the end, which is absolutely terrible. I did not keep on top of the weeding and it's just basically turned to crap. Past plot 3 is a pad we had dug out to put 3 big hoop houses in. And you can see the hoops along the fence here. So they're supposed to go up across the back. Well, sorry about that. The other thing that's happened is since things changed a little bit, Moroni's working full-time plus a bit more, doing the landscaping and gardening with his business, and I'm doing all of this garden, I've realised that 3 plots is way too much space for one person to keep on top of. I just can't keep on top of it. There's always one plot that misses out. So what I was thinking was, instead of putting those hoop houses way up the back and having 3 plots plus a 4th plot with hoop houses, I'm thinking, why don't I do plot 1 and 2, and then plot 3 is where the hoop houses go, and instead of them being 15 metres long, they will be 7.5 metres long. So I'll cut them in half and so that means I'd get 2 in here, which might be enough. That gives us about 6 rows. So instead of them going way up the back up here, they'd actually be here. So there'd be, you know, one right here and then one right here, and then we'd have a couple of extra little rows on the end. So that's sort of where I'm leaning. Would love to hear your thoughts on that. Would love to know if anybody's done it, like just split one of the long cocoon tunnels in half and just done 2 little sort of short stumpy ones. That's what I'm thinking, and that would give us enough space to grow the winter flowers. So we'd put the chryses in there, and like some of the cool flowers, so they'd go through winter here for us, I think, or at least it'd extend our season on either side, and it would also give us a tunnel for some winter veg just to travel us through. There's a few months sort of, it's more so right at the end of winter when it has been too cold for too long, and then we've got that period of sort of 3 months where you're starting to plant again and everything's on hold while you wait for things to grow. So if we can kind of close that 3-month gap where we don't have any food growing, that's the goal. So that's what I'm thinking. Would love to hear your thoughts. I hope you'll be back for the next video. See you then.